Our next lesson, stirrup desensitization. I told the boys this morning that we'd be meeting at 10 o'clock for school. They came in from the big pasture themselves, believe me, but I think they also saw me. And Tavis, our main handler, will be out here in a moment. So I decided to turn the camera on here near shed 3 to see if the boys will, without resistance, walk towards the training area. They usually don't mind our training sessions anymore. But let's see if I walk towards them. This is Alpha, and he's called Alpha because he always seems to learn things first. Let's see if I can convince him. I haven't done the gates like Tavis usually does. And here comes Tavis. He'll be able to get them into the training area, but just watch how they behave before they go to school. They're looking around. They know I'm always here for the lesson, so I think they're waiting for Tavis to get here. And then I'm pretty sure he'll do the gates and they'll follow him into the training area. This is our back pasture. It's pretty good on green grass. This is our shed corrals. Pretty good on green grass. The training area is not irrigated, but it's got some dry yellow grass, and the boys are eating it too. The equipment storage area and the well tank area is about 3/4 irrigated, and the well pasture is about half irrigated. I just don't have enough water in one 5,000-gallon tank to keep it all green all summer. Not yet. Maybe by the next summer we'll have another tank. And I asked Tavis to bring my saddles out. I have a McClellan cavalry saddle, which is lightweight, that has stirrups. I had an extra set of stirrups, which we're going to add to the training saddle that we've been using for riding training. And I'm going to be showing you today, and I hope tomorrow, how the boys do with having saddles on their back that have stirrups. Because remember, stirrups could be touching their legs. And that's what they're real sensitive to. And so are llamas. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about llamas. There's a reason for their sensitivity by nature. I heard that reason on one of the llama YouTubes I recently watched, but I don't recall what the reason was. So here's Tavis closing the gate that keeps them from the shed 1 area. We're standing behind shed 2 and in front of shed 3. And the boys seem to be just standing here waiting for instructions. And I don't want to change their routine. I want Tavis to come and give them instructions. But oh dear, they might be going out into the well pasture. All right, we'll let Tavis do it and we'll watch him do it on camera. They know when they see him, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to show you that on video, that it's time to go to our training area and be tacked up. Or be trained for whatever we're deciding to train that day. Okay, now he's closing the gate. He always comes out with a coffee cup and puts it on the vegetable box. He gets everything ready. Livestock like routine. They're watching him. They see him. And fortunately, because I came out here a little bit early, I'm back here and I'm going to show you what our routine is. Now, they're going out towards the big pasture. That's okay, we're not in a rush. I didn't want to change their routine and try to force them into the training area. I just wanted to be able to watch them, watch Tavis, and show you, my viewers on YouTube, for my Urban Alpaca Girl show. Okay, here comes Tavis. He never had a lot of livestock experience before he started helping me with my alpacas, but I would say that he is now an expert in alpaca training. And it's early, it's 10 o'clock. We are in the middle of summer. It's going to be very warm by 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. But other than potential climate changes, we'll be heading into fall in a month or two, probably 2 months. Okay, now there's Tavis out there, and they see him. Are they gonna run like they used to? I don't think so, but you'll know because I'm out here videoing today's Urban Alpaca Girl show. Okay, he's got one of them. Here comes the other one. There. Okay, and I don't want to be in the way. I don't want to change their routine, so I'm stepping back to shed 3. I don't want to obstruct their usual routine. Then he closes the gate to the big pasture. They're going out into the back pasture. We'll see how he handles that. By position, by body language, I think the boys know what Tavis is expecting them to do next. Yes, I think they're gonna follow him, and he'll know how to close the gates so that they get to the training area. Routine is important to livestock. Now Tavis is going to close a portable panel there, and here comes Beta following enthusiastically. Tavis knows which route to take next. Now he's going to close that gate. A little bit of resistance, but I'm pretty sure that Beta will follow Alpha into the training area and the tacking area. And I'm going to now step out this way. We're going to watch what Beta thinks and does next. Yep, he's over there looking, trying to make up his mind. Okay, Alpha's in the training area. So I'm going to slowly walk over there. Well, we'll see. Looks like Beta is going to too. Yep. He stopped and looked again. And Tavis knows we're going to halter them, put the saddles on, and add stirrups. And deal with desensitizing them if they get upset, if the stirrups touch their legs. We're getting closer and closer to preparing Alpha and Beta to be riding alpacas. And we're going to have a camp soon, this year or next year, for neighborhood children and their families to come and enjoy interacting with my farm animals in my 501c3 nonprofit sanctuary called Shadrach Farms, Sanctuary for Large Farm Animals. Okay, we're gonna walk carefully toward the tacking area, and I'm pretty sure Beta will follow us. If we don't do both boys today, that's okay. We'll do the other one tomorrow. We'll deal with any failed behavioral objectives, if there are any. But I am optimistic that there won't be any failed learning, teaching objectives today. I can't be sure, but I am a highly trained and credentialed teacher of what is usually the hardest subject of all for children to learn, and that's mathematics. And I have been tutoring mathematics since 1983. This is 2025. Yes, here comes Beta. He's gonna watch. We're putting on the McClellan saddle. That is an original tree from the cavalry days. I bought this saddle decades ago in San Mateo County, where a saddle maker was putting new leather on this McClellan saddle tree. And you see there is an airspace in the middle of the saddle. The cavalry were on horseback for many hours in a row. And so it's been designed to be comfortable for the rider, for the animal, and it was used by me. You have the wrong direction, you understand. You're almost there. Used by me to do any kind of equestrian work with my Morgans, because it's a very versatile, lightweight saddle. Beta's here. He just wanted to be near his buddy. It looks like it fits really nice. Now, how is he going to behave? Oh, he's got one leg on the step up, which I'm not too worried about. Oh, but you see the saddle fell down. That's okay. Things like that happen.
It's too narrow. It doesn't go around him. It's
okay, we might find out that it isn't appropriate, but let's find that out. That's what we're doing today. We've got the other saddle, and we've got an extra set of stirrups that we can add to it today. I, of course, have Western saddles, and I love them, and I still love them, but they're heavier, and they may not fit either.
Yeah, that one's too...
You don't even want to try again?
No, it's like digging into the top of their back instead of going around and hugging them, you know? So it's like...
You'd think so, because of the hole in the seat.
Yeah, see how it just slid off too? It's not...
Okay. How about if we put a thicker pad under it?
No, it's the two sides are... Only the sides that... Right here. These right here.
Yeah.
It's just digging right on top of them. And then this... It's not really set up to go around.
But if we have a pad that might fill in, we'll reconsider. But for now then...
I think that other one...
Yeah, we'll use the other one with the stirrups. This is the objective for today is desensitization of my alpaca boys to stirrups from a saddle. See, this saddle is the right shape for them. And by the way, mules and donkeys have a different shape back than a horse. So sometimes you can't just take a horse saddle and put them on a mule or a donkey either. Let's see how this one sets, and is he concerned now that the saddle fell down next to him? It's all right, it's all right. I always used to say that to my horses. It seemed to calm them down if they were concerned. I do have an English saddle, which is much lighter weight, and it's a different shape. I'll bring that here for our lessons in the near future. We'll try it on them. Okay, and we've got the stirrups here, they're on the ground. And we may have to figure out a way to attach them if there's not an obvious way now. My objective today is just to let them hang on the saddle and swing back and forth and touch their legs. Alpha's being resistant because he's just not sure. Okay, but the saddle is nicely fitted on his back. He's had it on his back many times now, and so has Beta. There are rings on the front and the back, and we can put straps on those rings to make it easier to attach the stirrups. We'll figure that out today, I hope. Any YouTube video that I've watched so far where a llama or an alpaca has been ridden was ridden without stirrups. But there's a reason for stirrups. So maybe we can use our stirrups on Alpha and Beta. We'll see. There's good. That looks really good. Like it's touching his front upper leg. He doesn't seem to be freaking out yet. It's just touching in front and behind his front upper leg. But if a child were in the saddle, it looks like it's at a good position for the child to put his foot in the stirrup. I watch old westerns all the time, every night when I am too tired to do anything else. And I have never seen an Indian riding with a stirrup or even a saddle. They always had blankies or no blankies on the back, and they rode bareback. Good. Okay, now that stirrup, that right stirrup, is definitely touching his upper front leg. And he doesn't seem to be sensitive to it. Doesn't seem to be needing desensitization. Let's walk around at least the training area behind me. He'll be distracted by things here in the training area. If he's not sensitive to the stirrups in here, he may be out there. We'll see in a moment. And here's Beta, enjoying himself, but watching his buddy. I can hardly wait to have a child or a teenager in that saddle, because I am optimistic. There will be no problem riding Alpha and Beta around this rancho's ranch, even on the public trails that are around all the ranches in Rancho where no motorized vehicles are allowed. He doesn't seem to be having any trouble at all feeling the stirrups on his chest and on his upper front legs. And Tavis is putting weight on the saddle, going through our corridor. It's called our training corridor. You see, there's distractions here. Now, why did he stop? What did he see that's making him be careful and stop? Remember, our training corridor is to help us train them for pulling carts. And we have 2 carts there waiting to be pulled by Alpha and Beta. Not just pulled, but driven by people sitting in the seats with drive lines on, not only here on this ranch, but through the 20 lineal miles of trails around the ranchos. Oh, okay, so Tavis is going out to the big pasture. I will carefully walk out there. I'm sorry that the camera will shake a little bit. Remember, Sonia Sokolow, the urban alpaca girl, is 81 years old. I do not see any reason so far to think that these boys, these alpaca boys, will not be riding livestock soon. Okay, good. So he was going by the sheds. We have a lot of rubber mats there. Alpha's doing his careful traveling thing, which is look around. See, he just saw the saddle down there. It was different to him, which is going to happen on the trails. He'll see and hear and experience different things. We've got to make it so that he can focus on what we're asking him to do and not be afraid. I would say maybe one more time in the back pasture around the back of the sheds, and then bring them back. And then tomorrow we'll do the same thing with Beta. We like to keep our shows less than a half hour. I lose track of time when I'm videoing and at the same time monitoring the training activities. And I'm going to carefully walk out there so that if there are any issues out there in the back pasture, I'll be able to show you on camera. And by the way, it is getting noticeably warmer. Okay, there he is. He's in the back pasture behind the sheds. They hang out there a lot, day and night, due to the green grass. I would say Alpha is almost a trained riding alpaca. Almost. We've got to get somebody in the saddle. And we'll still, the first couple times, we'll still have a lead line controller. But I have never seen an alpaca on any of the YouTube shows being ridden or driven with a bit. It was always with the halter on, and then reins or drive lines to explain to them whether to go right or left, go forward or backward. Alpha's getting an A+, and here comes Beta. I think Beta will do just as well, and I hope you'll tune in to my next show. And if you subscribe to the Urban Alpaca Girl Show, you will be notified when my shows are uploaded. A+ so far. And over there is my little min pin mix partner, and I always make it so she can come out and watch us do our training. Now you remember we used to have this on the saddle, but I was just told this morning by another helper of mine that you can get life-size dolls. I have never even thought about it, but I'll start doing some searching so that the life-size dolls can be in the saddle before we have life-size kids in the saddle. I'm not sure how much the dolls will cost, and with the economy being the way it is, I'm not sure I'm going to be ready to spend that kind of money, but it is an option for the near future. You agree, Tavis? A+.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
With the stirrups on, hitting his feet even, he doesn't seem to mind that.
Doesn't seem to mind. Yeah.
So that's good.
Okay. All right, and I will bring my English saddle. I hope I'll have it here by tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it has a different shape. I see what you mean by turning that saddle upside down. Do it again now just to finish this show. That it has a different shape underneath and doesn't seem to be fitting the shape of Alpha's back. Yeah, I see. The English saddle, we'll start with that. We'll turn it upside down and then see if it fits okay. It's no heavier than that saddle. I like that saddle because it has all the rings.
It is a cool saddle.
And it's really easy to ride in a trail. Really easy to put on the back because it's so lightweight. But okay. Remember, I have 2 sites for my sanctuary, and I have a bunch of my tack at my other site. I'll take that saddle back and bring the English saddle. And Alpha, you get an A+. Sonia Sokolow at gmail.com if you want to directly communicate with me by email. SONYASOKOLOW at gmail.com.